some of you. But I feel like they're really kind of reflecting on how you really carry your own and you're a very strong person. And it's like, it's kind of settled into this energy where they no longer like resent your authority and like your power. It's almost like they really look up to you. And they've accepted the fact that you have a lot of power, you're very smart. Um, and they're kind of like, in a way, conceding some of their power to you is almost what I'm getting. And they're really just learning to value you for your intellect rather than like let it be something that intimidates them. We also see the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. So if you guys aren't already committed to one another, if you're not already in a serious relationship, I feel like that's definitely on your person's mind. This person would love to settle down with you long term. It looks like Ten of Pentacles. Really strong foundations. This person may be kind of a family man, a family person, a family woman, or you're kind of bringing that out of them. Especially if that's not something that they like a trait that they used to have. I feel like you're bringing out the mature, responsible, sort of gentleman or gentlewoman, gentle person. You know what I mean? Like that person that's very stable and secure, a really good caregiver, a father, a parent. It's like you're kind of bringing that side out of them. And it's something that, I feel like they're really starting to see a future with you, want a future with you, because at the end of the day, I feel like no one makes them happy quite the way that you do. And they just really enjoy you and your company. I feel like you have brought a lot of sunshine into their existence. This person may have not been as happy, with another person as they are with you or with other people, like in their past. Um, and I feel like what I'm getting is that, like, as soon as you came into their life and they started to get to know you, they started to realize that it's like every one of those little qualities that they have been searching for in another person, it's like you had those. And then there were even things about you that you brought to the connection or just in your personality that they didn't realize that they wanted, or they didn't even realize that existed in a person, and you had them. So what I'm getting is that it's been very difficult to ever truly replace you if they've attempted to with other people or other things, because it's just you. You're just perfect. I feel like in all the ways you are so unique and different, and it's like they just love all of those little things about you. And it's not like there could ever be somebody else that would take your place because you're kind of a very unique person. I'm hearing like they broke the mold with you. And I feel like that's, you may be very eccentric. I'm even getting Aquarius energy for some reason with the swords energy. You could be like a very, big thinker, sort of different, but I feel like this is really something your person loves about you is that you maybe even challenge the status quo, or you're just unique and you're very special way, and that's something that they really find quite charming. Clarify the Nine of Cups. What is Pile One's person currently thinking about Pile One, please? Clarify the Nine of Cups. The Two of Cups. Oh my God, beautiful, beautiful energy. Yes. They're feeling like, sorry if I can get this in frame. They're feeling like a union with you is basically their deepest desire. So if you guys are already in a relationship of some sort, you're already, deepening the intimacy. This is totally what your person is wanting. They're super into it. And if you guys are still kind of, I feel like a lot of you guys are heading in that direction. And if you are, it's like this is your person's goalpost is this relationship with you, a spiritual union, commitment. Also, I feel like, it's like just really the two of you guys kind of becoming one entity almost together. Clarify the sun. What is Paolon's person currently thinking about Paolon? Oh my God, look at that. We have the Ten of Pentacles coming out again. This is super synchronistic with the sun. I want you in my life forever. And I feel like they want you in their life forever because you just make them like just so profoundly happy. And they feel like this joy that they feel with you, it's like it's something that they never want to have to say goodbye to or have to lose. It's like something that they just want to keep around. Wow, super beautiful, beautiful reading. Um, Clarify the King of Pentacles. What is Pile One's person currently thinking about Pile One? Clarify the King of Pentacles. What is Pile One's person currently thinking about Pile One? We have the High Priestess. Clarify the King of Pentacles. What is Pile One's person thinking? The High Priestess, the Six of Wands. Okay, so yeah, this person is definitely wanting a victory here. They're wanting to be able to come in towards you. I feel like they want to ask for commitment for some of you. If they haven't breached that question yet or made plans with you or something like that, I feel like there's something that they're having to like build their confidence to come towards you about. And I feel like with the King of Pentacles, that might be about, yeah, like deepening the commitment, talking about long-term plans, stuff like that. But yeah, this person definitely just wants the success with you. I feel like you add, again, it's like all this yellow energy. Like there's like, I'm getting like solar plexus activation. It's almost like you really just like make this person feel really proud. And I feel like you help with their self-esteem. So you may say things to them, like you tell them, how handsome or beautiful you think they are, or you're very supportive of their goals, or like you do something, or just, you're just a very supportive person. I feel like you add a lot of confidence to your person. I feel like you really make them feel special and loved. Um, and I feel like that's just something they really like about you. Is like I feel like you strengthen their ego, but like in a healthy way. I think it's important to have a healthy sense of self, and I feel like you add to that. But I feel like in the most positive sense. Um, and then we do have, yeah, the high priestess. So I feel like this person, when they connect to their inner self and their emotions and their intuition, like with the high priestess, it's like pretty obvious to them that this committed long-term plan or vision is what is meant for them, because when they tune in with their own joy and happiness, it's like clearly you bring them so much of it that I feel like it's becoming very clear to them that this is the direction that they want to put their effort and time and I think energy into, is this future with you. All right, let's get some oracle cards now. All right. What is Pile One's person thinking about Pile One currently? What is Pile One's person thinking about Pile One currently? What is Pile One's person thinking about Pile One? Okay, so we have clouds, path, and fox. Okay, we also have the tree. So I feel like with the clouds here, it's like if your person had been confused, I feel like it's all kind of coming to light now, which is kind of what I was picking up earlier, something about the sun here being significant. It's like they had a bit of a breakthrough where, maybe in your recent past together, or just like in your person's life, there was just a lot of maybe mental health issues or sadness or just general stuff that would kind of cause them to maybe be confused about the direction that they wanted in this connection. And then we literally, yeah, we have the path and then the tree, which is all about, the tree is very much like the Ten of Pentacles energy, where it's a past life connection, also just a very deep love connection that you guys have. And then also can talk about just like really long lasting, like relationship where it's like you guys just have these really deep roots together. And so I feel like your person is with this fox energy, they're trying to be very clever and they're trying to figure out what the best choice is here with their life path. It's like they're really strongly thinking about their direction in life. So it could have been that in the past your person was kind of like maybe wandering around aimlessly, you almost felt like, or they were kind of ignoring you. You maybe felt like they were kind of pushing you aside or maybe pursuing other options, or they just seemed like they didn't know what they wanted and they seemed confused. I feel like your person is kind of, again, just by listening to their intuition and like getting in touch with their emotions, it's like they're starting to cut through any of that sort of directionlessness that they were maybe struggling with in the past. And I feel like that was just related to their own self-esteem, things like that. Like if your person was kind of, even avoiding this connection, it could have been because their mental health was just not good and they didn't feel, ready, or they maybe were not mature enough yet. But again, I feel like with the King of Pentacles energy, they're stepping into their maturity. They may even be, getting older, and kind of starting to look around and think about, getting more serious about life. All right, Pile One. What is Pile One's person thinking about Pile One currently? What is Pile One's person thinking about Pile One currently? What is Pile One's person thinking about Pile One currently? What is Pile One's person thinking about Pile One currently, please? What is Pile One's person thinking? I knew this card would like pop out. I was like hearing this in my head. Yeah, we have the wedding. The situation involves marriage. So again, that could be part of them getting very serious about their future, is thinking about marrying you, thinking about settling down. Um, you don't have to be married in the traditional sense, but at least that is that deep commitment and like monogamy, all of that. And then we have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So yeah, it's like maybe even in the past, due to this confusion, maybe they shut down even the possibility of marriage, or they shut down their feelings and they didn't explore them with you. But I feel like now it's like they're kind of almost giving themselves permission to think about it. It could have been even your person wasn't quite ready for the all in, deep commitment, all of that at one point, so they might have kind of shied away from it. But I feel like now they're starting to get very curious about it and excited about that possibility of having a really serious future with you. Okay. Let's get some messages from them now and see what they'd actually like to say to you. All right, Pal 1. What does Pal 1's person want to say to Pal 1 right now, please? What does Pal 1's person want to say to Pal 1, please? What does Pal 1's person want to say to Pal 1, please? We have, you make me feel things I've never felt before. Isn't that interesting? I was kind of feeling that again, like this really profound happiness that I feel like you bring to them. Also just probably opening up their heart space in a very new way. You might really be activating their heart chakra, again, their solar plexus. There might just be a full body chakra activation thing going on. I feel like you're really, it's like you've sparked something in them. It's like you were like a electric shock or something, and you kind of woke them up in their life. My hurtful behavior is because I'm hurting inside. So that could be definitely related to the cloud energy. That can even symbolize like depression, anxiety, mental illness, stuff like that. So if your person was hurtful in the past, again, I was picking up for some of you, like they were kind of ignoring the connection or making you feel confused. And it's because they were just, again, mirroring that inner confusion, and kind of when we're in a place of a lot of inner pain, it's really hard not to inadvertently hurt other people. And then usually it's when we're in a time of mental health, or, we're in a good place, that we look back and we really feel like, I would not make those same decisions again. And I regret being, being hurtful. What does Pile 1's person want to say to Pile 1? What does Pile 1's person? So they could really be thinking about maybe the times that they've hurt you in the past as well. That could be something that's really on their mind right now since that came out. What does Pile 1's person want to say to Pile 1 right now, please? Does Pile 1's person want to say to Pile 1 right now, please? What does Pile 1's person want to say to Pile 1? The universe keeps sending me signs about you. Nice. So again, their intuition, they're listening to it with the High Priestess. And as we heal, we come into greater union. So both of you guys, I feel like, are healing. And then again, as you both heal and recover from, your internal issues, it's almost like you're making room for more vulnerability and more intimacy as you kind of clear out all those blocks to love and, fear and all that anger. It's like you kind of leave space for the other person to show up more and feel safer in showing up, because I think we can tell when someone has a lot of walls up and, there's a lot of fear there. It's harder to feel safe in the intimacy. What does Pile 1's person want to say to Pile 1? I fall more in love with you every day. That's so beautiful. What does Pile 1's person want to say to Pile 1? What does Pile 1's person want to say to Pile 1? Our chemistry is so powerful. It's explosive whenever we connect. So you guys have some really strong chemistry. And sometimes it can even be that there's just so much chemistry, especially if you, and maybe more in the past, if you had done little inner work or they had done little inner work, it could have been just so explosive that it could have even caused a separation or a breakdown of the connection, because it's like the love energy is just so heightened that it can sort of almost like cause tower moments and like a lot of drama when there's a lot of darker, more negative energies swirling around. It kind of clears those things out very quickly, but it can be very intense when it happens. What does Pile 1's person want to say to Pile 1? I miss you so much when we don't talk. So if you guys are not talking, or you have times where you don't really see each other or talk to each other as much, your person does miss you quite a lot. So if you guys are in no communication right now or limited, I feel like your person wants to talk to you more. Um, I feel like, again, because you are like this sunshine in this person's life, when you guys are in separation or away from each other, it feels like there's sort of a black hole missing, like a void from your absence. What does pile one's person want to say to pile one? We have sadness. I miss you so much, my love. Okay, again, that's so interesting. So for some of you guys are in separation, this person is really missing you right now, or there have been times of deep sadness and times where you've been away from each other, and you guys are currently in a good place. We have running. I was running away from myself and my unresolved issues. Yeah, exactly. The intensity was just too much. I feel like you maybe were mirroring them a lot, bringing up a lot of stuff that they hadn't dealt with, and maybe they just felt like it was too hard and they ran away from it all. What does Pal One's person want to say to Pal One? Emotional and feeling so emotional right now about you and everything that's happened between us. So this person maybe does get very emotional at times as they think about you, they think about your past, your history, everything about your connection, and they might get very, very sad, especially when you guys are in separation. And definitely if you feel like at times out of nowhere you're just experiencing a lot of deep sadness and connection to your person, it could be that you're picking up on their energy telepathically, and like because they're thinking about you so strongly, you kind of start you tune in and you start feeling that same pain. All right, before we close out your reading, let's get you a message of advice. What does Paul want you to hear right now? All right, we have the polar bear and the swan. So this says, know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. Very cool. So if you feel like you've been overwhelmed or taxed in any way, definitely take time to renew yourself. But also, again, if you're facing challenges in your personal life with your person or just in general, those definitely do make you stronger when you can overcome them, because it's like you learn how to deal with that situation. And so then if it ever happens again, you have a certain resilience to it, and a certain confidence that you can get through it again. And then we have the swan. You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. That's really beautiful. I feel like this is more of a prayer than advice, really. So if you feel like you want to say that, it's like sort of like an invocation of your higher self, I feel like. Um, Again, this like energy of transformation, like, maybe it's almost like soul refinement, maybe this sort of a process you've experienced through this connection or just in general, that you've learned to have a lot of grace and maybe respond to a lot of things in your life with grace rather than getting caught up in drama and kind of letting it take over your life. You're sort of learning to just step into that energy of like the swan, where you just kind of float along in a really elegant, beautiful way. All right, Pile One, thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure, sending you lots of love and beauty and abundance. Please take care of yourselves. All right, bye-bye. Hello, Pile Two. Welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. All right, let's get into what your person is thinking about you right now. Pile 2. What is Pile 2's person thinking about Pile 2 currently? What is Pile 2's person thinking about Pile 2? We have the Lovers and the Page of Wands. What is Pile 2's person thinking about Pile 2 currently? What is Pile 2's person thinking about Pile 2? We have the Hermit. What is Pile 2's person thinking? We have the Eight of Cups and the Three of Cups. Interesting. So kind of, in a way, dualistic energy is kind of what I'm getting from your person. And we also have the Tower on the bottom of the deck, which could be kind of why. So I feel like there's sort of a time of personal transformation going on with your person with this Tower. I feel like this is sort of a breakdown of maybe their ego, or, things that are sort of leaving their life quickly, unexpectedly. Could be old thoughts, old negative behavior patterns, things like that. It's like there's an unexpected sort of revelation, and I feel like they're shedding a layer of self, or like, shedding a layer of what no longer serves them. Okay, so let's see what's going on. So yeah, we have the Hermit and the Eight of Cups. So I feel like for some of you, pile two, your person may have withdrawn suddenly, or maybe they're kind of being a little bit quieter than usual right now. But I feel like this is not necessarily a bad thing. I feel like there's some sort of inner journey they're going on. Again, like related to that tower moment. It's like they need time maybe apart from the connection, or at a distance from you, even if it's just briefly. I feel like to really kind of get in touch with themselves, and it's like they're trying to figure something out. It's like they're seeking some sort of truth here. um, but I feel like it's really important that they take this time to process. Your person may be a very deep thinker here with the Hermit, that Virgo energy. They could even have a tendency to overthink at times. But I feel like they like having alone time to just kind of lay everything out in their mind and sort of make a plan and formulate things. I feel like your person is kind of methodical, almost, I'm getting. Um, anyway, so I feel like, let's see, with the Three of Cups and the Page of Wands and the Lovers. Okay, so your person is definitely, what's so funny about this is like right now, I'm getting the sense that they want to be alone, but they're also thinking about reuniting with you, and also they're very, um, they're definitely fixated on sort of romantic, sensual fantasies about you as well, the lovers. In the Page of Wands, I feel like they're feeling very excited by you, very curious. They want to explore the connection. I feel like that's also could be like a flirtatious text, or call. It could be that they're literally thinking about asking you to hang out with them. With the Three of Cups here, that's like, getting together in person. I see that, guys could be, they could be thinking about asking you on a date, or asking you to come to a party with them or something like that. Come out drinking with them. But I feel like it's almost like they need this time to process things first before it's like they get up the courage, or they feel ready to come together with you. Your person may be kind of on the introvert side, where it's like they almost need to sort of recharge their battery, before they see where they want to be at like max capacity. It's like they want to be feeling really good before you guys see each other. But I feel like your person is preparing for that. They definitely are thinking about how with the lovers, this is a very sort of significant connection, very spiritual. There's just a lot of chemistry between the two of you. It's like, especially with the lovers, it's sort of like you and them, just your chemistry, even like the pheromones, all that. It's like you guys just kind of blend with each other in this really beautiful, very beautiful way. And it's just very divine. It's like you can see in this picture, it's like there's an angel watching over these figures. It's like, it's more than just, what I'm getting, what I'm hearing in my head is it's more than just like the act, like the physical act of, you know what I'm talking about. It's more than that. It's like being with you and connecting with you in like a sensual way is like, yeah, it's like beyond just the physical, it's spiritual. Wow, very deep from your person. So it's like, they feel very connected to you. I feel like mind, body, and soul, and they love that. It's like they feel like they found their other half. All right, let's clarify a bit here. Clarify the Hermit. What is Pile Two's person thinking about Pile Two currently? We have the King of Pentacles. I'm loyal and committed to you. So it's like they're maturing right now is kind of what I'm getting. It's like they're seeking wisdom, I feel like, within themselves, maybe even connecting to their higher self. They're seeking spirituality. I'm always getting, even they could be consulting someone who is wise, older than them, maybe wiser than them. Could be a guru or a mentor, or even like a parent for some of you. It's like they're trying to ascend, I feel like, in terms of their maturity and their spiritual growth there. And I also feel like with the King of Pentacles, it's like they're taking this time almost alone to think about commitment and loyalty, and really being there for you and sticking around, and um growing up a bit is kind of what I'm getting. It's like they want to be good to you. They want to treat you right, and it's almost like they feel like they need to work on themselves a bit, or heal a bit almost, before they can quite give you that. It's like I'm seeing that, like, it's almost like there's a hurdle for them to jump over, in order to become the person that can fulfill you in that way. And it's like they're kind of preparing to do that, if that makes sense. It's an interesting image. Clarify the Eight of Cups. What is Pile Two's person thinking about Pile Two right now? Two of Wands. So yeah, it's like they've maybe retreated or they've gone away, they've gone on sort of a spiritual journey in order to start planning and contemplating their future here. It's like they're not quite maybe ready to step outside of their comfort zone, but they're thinking and they're strategizing and definitely thinking about their options, thinking about which direction. Um, I feel like your person is at an important juncture in their life right now. Clarify the Three of Cups. What is pile two's person thinking about pile two right now? What is clarify the Three of Cups? We have the Queen of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, this person does feel like with the Wheel of Fortune that you guys do have some sort of destiny here together. And that I feel like with the Queen of Swords, that can be about very clear communication. I feel like your person also knows that you have, high standards here. I feel like they want to respect that. I feel like it's like they want to show up in your life very respectfully because they know that you are quite wise, and I feel like they know that you really, see through any sort of masks or false behavior. But yeah, this is definitely like with the Wheel of Fortune, there's definitely the sense that your person is aware that there's like a lot of fate and destiny involved here. Um, let's see. Um, oops. Clarify the lovers. What is pile two's person thinking about pile two right now? We have, oh, the Queen of Cups. I love your beautiful heart. That is so sweet. So your person really, really loves you here. I feel like they think that you're a beautiful person. They think you have a beautiful heart, a beautiful soul. Um, Again, it's like they just feel very held by you, very cherished by you. And I feel like there's just a lot of like love activation and heart activation here. Again, it's like very passionate, very sensual energy, but at the same time, it's like their love for you almost is something that excites them on that in that way. That you're so kind to them. You could just be a very sensitive person. I'm getting kind of like Venus energy for some reason. Like you could have Libra or Taurus somewhere in your chart, where they do. There's just like this sort of beautiful, yeah, Venusian energy there. Clarify the lovers. What is pile two's person thinking about pile two? There could be a lot of shared love of art and music and stuff like that, romance with that like Libra energy I was picking up on. Clarify the lovers. What is pile two's person thinking about pile two currently? Clarify the lovers. What is pile two's person thinking about? We have the Nine of Swords and the Five of Cups. Okay, so this person I feel like is thinking about how whenever you're not in their life, there's a lot of sadness and loneliness. And if you guys are disconnected right now at all, I feel like your person does miss you quite a bit when you guys are not together. I also feel like there's like this energy of overthinking about like the past where I feel like your person is almost like disappointed in things that they did or didn't do here, like with this overthinking energy. Again, it's like there's a lot of fear that your person has that I feel like you bring up in them. And I also feel like they regret acting from a place of fear in the past. Like maybe this person didn't act on your connection, at times or, sabotage it even because of their fear. And I feel like it's like they're just realizing how much they love you and how much they care for you and how much you guys just really connect. And it's like they feel this grief that they may have not gotten that clarity sooner. And it's like they've gotten clarity now that they wish that they had previously. Um, all right, let's get some oracle messages now. What is pile two's person currently thinking about pile two? What is pile two's person currently thinking about pile two? We have the birds, conversations, chatting, verbal communication, and gossip. So yeah, this is definitely about them texting you, wanting to talk to you here. So I feel like your person is definitely thinking about reaching out to you. It could be that they would literally want to call you on the phone and ask you on a date. What is pile two's person thinking about pile two currently? We have the coffin, endings and beginnings, transformation and completion. Let's get some more. What is pile two's person thinking about pile two currently? What is pile two's person thinking about pile two currently? What is pile two's person thinking about pile two currently? What is pile two's person thinking about pile two currently? And we have the child. Interesting. Look at that. The coffin and then the child. And then we have the man on the bottom of the deck as well. Just flew everywhere. So I feel like because the male energy was on the bottom of the deck, I feel like that sort of represents like the new version of self that's kind of currently being born, like that King of Pentacles energy. Very sort of present physically. Okay, so what are we getting here? So yeah, definitely a person wants to get together here with the birds. They want to talk to you. And then I feel like what I was getting about the coffin is it's like there's an old version of this person, maybe a less mature version, or just, you know, that fear energy. There's a version of themselves that needs to pass on, that needs to go away, that needs to, kind of be laid to rest. Um, it could be, like a behavior pattern or an addiction or even, a third party or something. But I feel like your person is really preparing to release something and transform. And then it's like transform in this really pure way with this child energy. It's like have this fresh start where, there's so much hope and so much optimism and so much joy, like this innocence almost. Like I really feel like your person is letting go of some sort of dark, like karmic energy. And that could definitely be a person, but that could also just be like, again, like a behavior pattern, a thought pattern. So what I feel like your person is like kind of gearing up for, it's like they're going within right now and they're having sort of like this ego death, or letting go of like a false version of themselves. And it's like, it's preparing them to, I feel like come into a union with you that is like um, very from the heart and very honest, like the way that the childlike energy is very, very honest and very real and very true to themselves. I feel like that's kind of what your person is stepping into because maybe at times they were not true to themselves or this connection. And I feel like that's what they're wanting to release now. All right. What is Pile Two's person currently thinking about Pile Two, please? What is Pile Two's person currently thinking about Pile Two? We have literally look at that. We have retreat, time to disconnect from the world. So kind of again the Eight of Cups energy that they are retreating right now, retreating into their inner world, maybe literally going on a retreat, and they're feeling like it's time to disconnect momentarily. But then we literally have new love again, which is so interesting because the beginning is energy is here, and then calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So again, I don't feel like this new love is really about them finding somebody new. I feel like it's more like renewing the love. So especially for those of you where your person has been gone for a long time or has disappeared, I feel like they're really preparing to come back and renew the connection. And yeah, it's like they feel like you're their soulmate, especially with the lover's energy. And maybe they are affirming, they may be doing law of attraction, law of assumption techniques, or they're just praying, or they're just visualizing you a lot, and it is just like calling you in. But I feel like your person, given these cards, is aware that you're their soulmate, or they definitely believe, like with the Wheel of Fortune energy, that there's something very sort of big and important about this connection in terms of like their spiritual journey. All right, pile two. What I'm hearing is like they're aware that you've shaped them into who they are today. Um, you make me feel emotions I didn't even know I had. What does pile two's person want to say to pile two? What does pile two's person want to say to pile two? This one says, everything reminds me of you. I'm dreaming of you. I'm ascending to a higher form of love. Yeah, I can definitely see that they are ascending. No matter what obstacles come between us, we shall overcome. So if there are things currently in the 3D, I feel like you guys are going to be working through those. I want to show you off. I want everyone to know we're together and we share divine love, literally, with the lovers. It's so true. I feel like your person is very aware of that and they want you to know that. Um, that this is a divine love. This is very special. So pretty. I feel like your person is spiritual. I feel like they, again, with that energy of the soulmate and everything, I feel like your person knows. Or maybe they're becoming more spiritual because of you. It's like there could be that they had to, search for a spiritual explanation of this connection because they couldn't figure it out logically, which would definitely make sense with like, twin flame, divine counterpart energy, soulmates. I want to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you and talk about everything. What does Pile Two's person want to say to Pile Two? What does Pile Two's person want to say to Pile Two? What does Pile Two's person want to say to Pile Two, please? Let's create a beautiful life together. I want to take a leap of faith. Okay, so again, the child energy did come through, so that is sort of like the fool, where they do want to take a leap of faith and maybe have that innocent hope for a really happy future, despite maybe your past or things that have happened between the two of you. It's like they want to just trust this time and really go all in. Unique. The things that make you unique are what make you so special to me. What does Pile Two's person want to say to Pile Two? Heaven. Being with you feels all like heaven on earth, and that's so again the energy of the lovers, like sort of Garden of Eden vibes. What is Pile Two's person in a state of Pile Two? Pride. Being stuck in my ego kept me from being honest with you. So that definitely could have been the energy of the past, and that could be what their regret is about here with the Five of Cups, that they were in their ego, they were in their fears, they were afraid of vulnerability, and they may have hidden things. And then that's why with the Queen of Swords they want to come through now with more clear communication. What does Pile Two's person want to say to Pile Two, please? Pile Two's person. Together, I want us to be together. I love being around you. Yeah, so this person has really realized that they want to be with you. They want to be in a connection with you. Because you just make them really happy, and it does feel really great being with you. All right, let's get you a word of advice before we close out your reading, Pile 2. What does Pile 2 need to hear right now, please? What does Pile 2 need to hear right now, please? What does Pile 2 need to hear? Oops. So we have the Raven. It says, Shaman, you are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as the keeper of mysteries. So I feel like this is a reminder that you do have a large role in the creation of your reality. And, the things that you desire also desire you. And a lot of times, the things that we desire, those desires are placed in us because they're part of, our soul mission. So remember to be very careful and intentional with your words because they do create. And then the unicorn says infinite possibilities. You are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. That's really beautiful. So I feel like, yeah, you are being transformed, and I feel like you're healing, you're transmuting any darkness here, you're transforming into, I feel like, really a being of light and love. And I feel like you're, abandoning maybe those darker, sadder, parts of yourself that, you can kind of let go of now, the shadow aspects, or even the pieces of negativity that we can kind of pick up through other people, through relationships, through generational stuff. You can let those go if they no longer serve you. All right, Pile 2, it's been a pleasure reading for you. Sending you lots of love and beauty and abundance. Please take care of yourselves and stay safe. All right, bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So let's take a look at what your person is currently thinking about you. Pile 3. What is Pile 3's person currently thinking about Pile 3, please? What is Pile 3's person currently thinking about Pile 3? We have the Three of Wands. What is Pile 3's person currently thinking about Pile 3? Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords, the Magician. What is Pile 3's person currently thinking about Pile 3? What is Pile 3's person currently thinking about Pile 3? We have the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. Nice. Okay. So your person has a lot of desire for you. I can see that with the Magician. I feel like if they are knowledgeable about the law of attraction, they may be attempting to manifest you in their life. Otherwise, it's like they just have this vision here, I feel like with the Three of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles, of this future that they want to have with you. And so they're really calling it into their reality because they're thinking about it so strongly. I feel like they're definitely deep in contemplation about getting serious about their future. We have the Queen of Swords. I feel like your person is thinking about how intelligent and wise you are. I feel like they have a lot of respect for you and your intellect. With the King of Pentacles, I feel like your person is thinking about commitment and committing to you. And I feel like respecting you and your power and your authority and your boundaries. I feel like your person is learning to really value you for your mind and your personality. Um, it's kind of interesting, and similar energies came out in pile one, and definitely like the same sort of combination. And I feel like it's sort of the same energy applies where it's like you're a very strong person, you are very intelligent, very wise, and it could have been in the past that maybe your person was even a bit intimidated by you because you were very powerful, feminine energy. I feel like the Queen of Swords, particularly, um, really, carries sort of a lot of the masculine energy as well as the feminine energy. So she's quite a powerhouse. And I feel like that energy can be a bit intimidating to, masculine energy that's a bit weaker or has a need for control. So I feel like there's sort of this energy where your person is learning to sort of give a bit of power to you, or give a bit of their power away, or like sort of concede in a way to your authority, in order to really respect you as a person. So I feel like they're really seeing you as like an equal to them. And I feel like it's very attractive to them that you are on this level, where they really look up to you. So then we also have the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. So your person's definitely thinking about taking action towards a really solid future with you. Commitment could be marriage, stuff like that. I feel like your person just really wants to fly towards you, move really quickly on this. So I feel like if you're not already in a communication or, there's a lot of interaction between the two of you, I feel like it's on its way, definitely with the Knight of Swords energy. It's like your person doesn't want to, it's like they don't want to wait. It's like they're feeling like they want to just rush towards you and, kind of like settle down with you even. So you could be receiving, proposals or, signs of commitment from your person. Or they could even be like talking very seriously about marriage and things like that, because I feel like it's really on their minds that it's like they want to snatch you up and it's like they want this solid future with you. It's like definitely kind of single-mindedly almost like it's like this person is very goal oriented, and I feel like this Ten of Pentacles energy is their current goal, and it's like they're kind of just super fixated on it and they'll kind of stop at nothing to reach it. It's like they're very determined is what I'm getting to have this. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles. What is pile three's person currently thinking about pile three? Three of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. So yeah, definitely Three of Cups energy is the energy of reunions, celebrations, being together, having fun, coming together. Then the Four of Pentacles can be about attachment. So I feel like there's a great deal of attachment that your person has to you, almost even a bit of possessiveness, maybe even as well, like possessiveness over you as a person in terms of relationships, and maybe even possessive of your time and attention, even kind of is what I'm getting, where it's like they they may be even a bit insecure at times about losing this future with you, or not having you in their life. I feel like it's like they may not show you just how deeply they care about you and how very, very attached they are to you. It's like this stable, beautiful family life, or just, this joy that they feel with you is like so precious to them that I feel like they cling on to it very tightly, because I feel like they may not have experienced that level of harmony and joy kind of in that material sense before with another person. Clarify the Knight of Swords. What is pile three's person currently thinking about pile three? Clarify the Knight of Swords. Seven of Cups. So yeah, Seven of Cups is all about choices and decisions. And I feel like, again, it's like they've made their choice here, that this is what they want with you. And I feel like they're going with it. I feel like they've already made the choice. I feel like they're not confused anymore, which is why they're so fixated on it. It's like they're not really weighing options anymore. It's like they've already committed to the plans here with the Three of Wands. It's like they're not deliberating anymore. They've already stepped forward towards that goal. It's like, yeah, they're on their way. Let's see. Clarify the King of Pentacles. What is pile three's person currently thinking about pile three? Seven of Pentacles. Look at that. I'm invested in you and our future. That's very King of Pentacles energy. Definitely. Yeah, I feel like your person just feels like this is very valuable. This is a very valuable connection to them. I feel like you're a very valuable person in their life, and they do want to continue to invest here. That also could be financial investment as well, that maybe your person wants to help take care of you financially, or, build a future together. That could even be like, buying a house together, something like that. It's like they want to persevere. It's like they don't feel like they could replace you, so I feel like they kind of just want to stick through it here. Through the good times and the bad times, I feel like they just want to commit and, not give up. Clarify the magician. What is pile three's person currently thinking about pile three? Clarify the magician. What is pile three's person currently thinking? We have the fool. I'm letting go of my fears so I can take a leap of faith. That's really beautiful. So it's like they could even be starting to really trust in their own power here to create things. And they are letting go of, maybe that really intense attachment and fear of loss so that they can actually, really follow that intuitive guidance and trust that everything will be okay. So I feel like they're also learning to connect more with their intuition and higher self and just kind of have that sense that everything's going to be okay. All right, let's get some oracle cards. What is pile three's person currently thinking about pile three, please? What is pile three's person currently thinking about pile three, please? What is pile three's person currently thinking about pile three, please? What is pile three's person currently thinking about pile three, please? What is pile three's person currently thinking? We have the bouquet, happiness, positive interactions, joy, good news, and gifts. That's sort of like the Three of Cups. So it could be that they want to even bring you a bouquet, possibly. But it's like they just want to bring, I think, positivity to you and happiness. I feel like they just feel like you add a lot of joy to their life. And then we have the clover, surprises, taking chances, luck, and optimism. So they are feeling optimistic. There may be some sort of like confession that they almost want to make again with the fool. Like there's some sort of leap of faith, some sort of chance. It could be they're preparing to confess something to you. Definitely something positive, but could be about opening up about their feelings or something like that. What is pile three's person thinking about pile three right now? And then we have the star, hope, dreams coming true, positive progress, and good fortune. So it's like they feel like you're like a lucky star, like a lucky charm. Then we have the letter, written communication, news, deep conversations, and messages. So yeah, it could be that they want to have a really deep conversation, maybe about their feelings for you and how you did change their life and you make their life so much better. It could be that they might want to write you, yeah, like a love letter or something even, or like a text, or again, have like a deep conversation in person. What is pile three's person currently thinking about pile three, please? What is pile three's person currently, oops, too many. What is pile three's person currently thinking about pile three, please? What is pile three's person currently thinking about pile three, please? What is pile three's person thinking? We have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So for some of you, it could be that there is some sort of divine timing involved, but I feel like it's more the energy of the Seven of Pentacles, which is that this is worth the long-term investment. This is worth waiting for. This is worth working through, issues that come up because this is a very valuable, special connection. What is pile three's person want to see? What is pile three's person thinking about pile three currently? What is pile three's person thinking about pile three? We have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. That does make sense with the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. It could be, your person is a very materially focused person. They may feel like there are financial issues that they need to work out in their life, or they could be even stressing about, their finances. But I feel like they may even want to settle things financially so you guys can have this really nice, stable future together. And again, I feel like they want to provide for you financially. What is pile three's person thinking about pile three currently? What is pile three's person thinking about pile three currently? What is pile three's person thinking? We have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And I see that with the Three of Wands. That is like taking steps. So yeah, it's like worth waiting for. Make the effort. It's like you're worth the effort to them. You're very valuable to them. And then we have it, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So this could be a literal ex or just sort of like negativity, fear, things that don't longer serve you, anxieties about the future, paranoia, things like that. It's like it's time for them to clear their energy and just really focus on the happiness of the connection, maybe even rather than worrying about potential negative outcomes. It's like they need to sort of release that part of themselves that maybe tends to worry and fret and just sort of trust in the connection. What does pile three's person want to say to pile three right now? What does pile three's person want to say? Warmth. You make me feel so happy. You are like a warm fire for my heart. What does pile three's person want to say to pile three? Perspective. I'm getting a new perspective and gaining enlightenment on the situation. What does pile three's person want to say to pile three? What does pile three's person want to say? Intuition. My intuition always guides me back to you. I know we have a special connection. See, again, great love. They know. What does pile three's person want to say to pile three? Oops. I'll just take all these. We have heartache. Through the heartache, I'm awakening to deeper levels of love and compassion for self and others. So I feel like this person has learned a lot of lessons through this connection, maybe through times of separation or hard times between the two of you. And I feel like you're really opening them up to their own heart, to their feelings, to their empathy as well. Crush, I'm crushing on you hard. You're everything I want. Divine, I see the sacred within you and the sacred within myself. And then truth, I want to be more honest with you about how I'm really feeling. So instead of bottling up their emotions or suppressing, their thoughts, their real feelings, it's like they want to start opening up more and not maybe withhold so much out of self-protection. We've been communicating through dreams, and I would choose you over and over again. Wow. What does pile three's person want to say to pile three? What does pile three's person want to say to pile three? I'm very sensitive to any rejection I feel from you, so that could be something your person doesn't tell you, but I feel like they are very sensitive, maybe secretly, and they do get very sensitive to rejection. And I feel like especially coming from you, because they really want you to love them and accept them and care about them. And then heaven is a place on earth with you. Beautiful. Let's get some more of these cards. What does pile three's person want to say to pile three, please? What does pile three's person want to say? I wasn't ready to give you the love you deserve, so the universe kept us apart. So if there's ever been separations between the two of you, it was because you guys both needed to heal. They needed to learn how to love you better. I love the way our bodies fit together so perfectly. What does pile three's person want to say to pile three? And then we have, don't worry for a second about me finding someone else. My heart only belongs to you. We exist within each other's hearts, and I can make you feel so good. So I feel like your person really does want to make you happy. They want to provide for you. They want to bring joy into your life. I feel like you bring a lot of joy to them. And I do really feel like you guys are very connected in the heart space, and that they're never really apart from you. Even if you guys are apart physically at times, they're always sort of within you, and you're always sort of within them. And you guys may also be very telepathic, like emotionally as well. You may really pick up on each other's emotions. All right. Let's see. So I guess these are the cards that are meant to come out. So these are your advice cards before we close out your reading. So we have the dog. It says friend. Today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and friend. I really like that. That's a nice affirmation. Today I will love without condition. Yeah, I feel like we can definitely learn a lot from animals and dogs and their unconditional love, because I feel like holding on to resentment and ruminating on past events is really what keeps us stuck, but it can be very challenging to forgive and to love unconditionally and to accept people as they are. But I feel like it is a key step in moving forward in our own lives and releasing stagnancy. And then the snow leopard, self-reliance. You are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. Ooh, I love snow leopards. They're very, very beautiful. Very sort of like potent animals. I think they're very powerful. But again, they are very quiet. So maybe you are sort of an introverted, sensitive person. You like to spend a lot of time alone. And definitely a reminder to always let your life be led by your intuition. Because, if you set an intention of something you want to accomplish or become or attract into your life, your intuition is sort of like the roadmap to how to get to there, if that makes sense. That's what tells you to call this person or go to this place that day, and you run into somebody, and then bam, it starts to unfold the events that lead to your manifestation. So definitely always listen to your intuition, and also listen to your intuition if you're feeling like something is off or you need to get out of a situation. Always listen to that too. Trust your gut on those types of things. All right, pile 3, it has been a pleasure reading for you, sending you lots of love and beauty and abundance. Please take care of yourselves and stay safe. All right. Bye-bye.